Australia's largest automotive publication, which actually cost $35 million to buy and was bought out by 9MSN, just published fake news about the Tesla Cybertruck. I read it and I went, you know what? That is bogus. Something fishy is going on here. Someone's made up a story because they wanted to get clicks. Turns out, yeah, it was bogus. It's fake. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the channel. Great to see you. Hope you've had an amazing day. You know what? I'm a big Tesla brand fan. I'm a big BYD brand fan. I'm quite a fan of XPeng as well. I like General Motors vehicles, not their leadership. I like Ford as well. Even Volkswagen. I like them as well. You know what? I don't really like the media. I've always had this thing where I think if your job is to print articles, right? And you're getting paid by the people you're printing the articles about. Like, imagine if your job was to write articles about LeBron James and LeBron James was paying you. What would you say about him? I mean, come on. That's what automotive journalism is. In the car industry, they basically get paid, right, by manufacturers to advertise. That's how they make money. Look at all the ads on all their sites. They're all from manufacturers. So there's a clear conflict of interest here. And that's why the only real objective articles you'll usually hear are often about Tesla. However, in this case, we can see here that clicks pay the bills. And on this channel, I've been told by a few people in Australia that I'm trying to clickbait people. Well, you know what? Usually, not usually, always, I'm telling you the truth of what I really think. The main thing I was accused of clickbaiting on was saying that the BYD Atto 3 won't get a 5-star ANCAP rating before the end of this month. Well, guys, turns out we've got 1 week left to prove that I'm right or wrong. Hasn't gotten one yet. So I've got 1 week. Good chance I'll actually be right on that. And turns out I didn't clickbait you after all. Now, considering I actually bought a BYD Atto 3, why would I even want to clickbait you on that anyway? It doesn't make any sense at all. Getting back to this story, Drive, what are they saying about the Cybertruck? Well, they're saying the Cybertruck has been cancelled for Australia. They're basically saying that you can go and get your order refunded, $100 refundable deposit from Tesla, because you can't order them on the website anymore. The article said, right, the Tesla Cybertruck was never going to be approved for sale in Australia because some so-called insider working in some Tesla retail dealership in Australia told them this information. And these motoring journalists here in Australia keep on harping on about that over and over and over. It's ridiculous. This is some staff member that works at a desk delivering cars that they claim has the inside information that no one else at Tesla has. It's nonsense. Now, we know there's at least 22,000 pre-orders for the Cybertruck here in Australia. 22,000 cars. That's a lot of pre-orders, right? For a pretty expensive car. I don't think the Cybertruck's been cancelled because Tesla has not announced that it's been cancelled. So Drive has said it's been cancelled to get you to click and go, what's happened to my order? Well, don't worry. I, for one, am not worried. I've ordered one. I ordered one within 10 minutes of the reveal. I thought the thing looked crazy and I loved it, and I still think it's coming to Australia. Now, one of the reasons they say it's going to be cancelled is because it doesn't meet Australia's ADRs, Australian Design Regulations, which is nonsense. All the people saying this information have no facts proving it doesn't meet them. None whatsoever. There's been several changes to the Cybertruck in order for it to meet design regulations for different countries around the world. I mean, look at my videos. I talk about them. I talk about how they've changed the bumpers, talk about how they added wipers, added mirrors. They're doing everything needed. Now, the fact that it's pointy-edged, does that stop companies from selling Lamborghini vehicles because they're pointy-edged? I mean, people are saying it won't be approved because it's got pointy edges. You can't make this stuff up. Please, don't go onto social media and spread bogus nonsense saying the Cybertruck has been cancelled. It won't meet Australian design regulations when you don't even know if that's true. You're making it up. It isn't correct. Now, the drive.com.au article claims that Tesla is working on 2 different Cybertrucks, right? They're working on a big version and a small version, and they're going to bring the small version here to Australia. The small version apparently is going to be sized similarly to something like a Ford Ranger or a Toyota Hilux. That's bogus as well. They made that up. They made that up because it sounded good to get clicks. It's not true. There's no facts proving this at all. There's no one within Tesla's Gigafactory in Texas where they'll be building this thing who has said that's going to happen. None. Elon Musk speculated on that for a moment, and then he backtracked and said, no, that's not happening. So that's not happening. There's no proof of that whatsoever. Now, actually, I lie. Elon didn't say that. I've just looked that up. Elon said they were considering making the Cybertruck 3% smaller. They then changed their mind on that. In January of 2022, a so-called industry analyst, whoever the hell that was, I don't know, claimed that Tesla was developing 2 types of Cybertruck, including a smaller ute similar in size to a Toyota Hilux, which would be more suitable for Australia. Now, you could call me an industry analyst. You can call YouTube video makers industry analysts. I can just say whatever I want. Then you can just quote me in all these media organizations around the world saying, an industry analyst said Tesla is working on a magical flying pickup truck which will go to the moon. Seriously. I mean, these guys are quoting no one. There's no name for this quote. There's no source. There's no real information here. So they're just making stuff up. Now, they go on to say it's unclear how many customers in Australia placed an order for the Cybertruck. Actually, you can find out. It's not that hard. Go to the Cybertruck order tracker. There's an actual spreadsheet. And you can see there's more than 20,000 people from Australia, approximately. I think there's about 30,000 that pre-ordered this thing before they removed it for pre-order from Australia's website. And why did they remove it for pre-order from Australia's website? Was it because they're not selling it here? We don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But Tesla has not removed the Cybertruck from the Tesla Australia website. They just removed the ability to order it. Could that mean they're saying, well, we now have 1.5 million pre-orders. We don't need any more orders for a few years because you're going to be waiting for a few years anyway. We don't want to make you feel like you're going to wait for 5 years for a car. That is most likely what they're doing. BYD is doing the same thing. They're saying, we feel like we're letting customers down. The waiting lists are too long. It's a bad customer experience. So we're trying to change this process, this system. I think that's what's happened. But the reality is, remember, Tesla actually removed the ability to order the 3 different models on their website in the United States as well. And obviously, they didn't say, well, therefore it's cancelled. Therefore it's cancelled because you can no longer order those 3 models. They just said the variants are going to be different. There's going to be a quad motor version now. Prices will probably be different. We don't know what that's going to turn out, how that's going to turn out. Now, techau.com.au reported on drive.com.au, which is meant to be this, well-standing publication with lots of kudos behind it. TechAU said, today an article was published at drive.com.au regarding Australian orders of the Tesla Cybertruck. To any reservation holders, do not cancel your orders. The article is misleading. So I hope you didn't. In the article titled Cancelled Tesla Cybertruck Orders to be Refunded in Australia, it suggests that 2 months after the Cybertruck was wiped from Tesla's Australian website, here's the first issue. The Cybertruck is still on the Tesla Australia website as shown in the screenshot. Now that's what I did. As soon as I heard this article, I went, oh, okay, maybe my vehicle, I don't think it's true, but maybe it has been cancelled. Went on the website, the Cybertrucks is still there. I mean, why are they advertising a product they're not going to sell? What actually happened 2 months ago was the removal of the reservation page which offered details on the configurations. Configurations have changed, therefore that was removed. Today the Cybertruck page is still available on the website, instead now offering a Get Updates button. Details matter. Now if you do a little digging, which is what techau.com.au did, so kudos to these guys. I'm going to be going to their site now and actually looking at their information. So I think they're more legit than other sites. They actually went and did a quick Google search. They found the Cybertruck motor vehicle pre-order agreement, Australia terms and conditions, is still available on the Tesla website, right? This is a pre-order agreement on the site with regulations, terms, conditions on it. Now what the site actually says, which drive.com.au twisted to make it sound like the Cybertruck had been cancelled, actually says that if you cancel your Cybertruck pre-order, you'll get your money back. That's always been the case. It's that simple. Nothing has changed there at all. And this has absolutely no bearing on the future plans for Tesla to offer the Cybertruck here in Australia. I am convinced, I would be willing to bet my house that Tesla will sell the Cybertruck in Australia. It's going to take a long time. I'm going to guess 4 or 5 years, simply because they've got more than 1 million pre-orders in the United States, and it's going to take them a long time to build Cybertrucks, a lot of batteries. It's a difficult vehicle to produce, but it is coming. Australia loves pickups. Tesla loves selling cars in Australia. Tesla knows Australians love pickups. They'll sell it here because Australians are willing to pay whatever price Tesla puts on the Cybertruck when it sells it here in Australia. So to those of you saying I'm clickbaiting, you know what? Yeah, maybe you should go and bash drive.com.au. Find their head executive writer and start personally trying to shame him. Find who his name is and shame him all over the place like you've been doing to me. Go and do that to them, or maybe find something better to do with your time. Hey guys, thank you for those of you who don't do that, who are positive, support the channel. And you know what? I love the Cybertruck. I'm so excited to get it. I'm stoked that it hasn't been cancelled. The drive.com.au was wrong, and it's great, as always, to be here on planet Earth. It's such a cool time to be alive. We live in the best time in history. We're truly lucky. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.